Hey, welcome back to Live, Loud, and Idiotic.
There we go.
Today we have a little bit different of a segment for you.
Oh yeah, it's a little special. A little special.
A little bit of a special one.
Kind of switching the
special
script on all
cupcakes.
y'all. Yeah, I love special cupcakes.
Yeah.
I fucking love cupcakes in general, but special cupcakes are even better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was about to say scripting the flip.
Scripting the flip on this one.
In the flip.
We're actually going to be talking about
A movie.
a movie.
We went to the movies.
We did. We all sat around. We popped our popcorn. We ate some buttery popcorn with each other, and we just watched a movie together.
It was so buttery.
So buttery.
So buttery.
Yeah.
It's a good one. So we watched the movie Suburbia from 1984.
The Penelope Spheres joint.
Yep.
Yep.
It is very much a window into the subculture of punk. I can't really say if it was a window into the subculture of punk in the 80s because that was before my time.
I think it would be more of like punk in the 80s because I mean if you look at the decline of Western civilization, all the punks that Penelope Spheres once again featured, I mean it's fucking pretty damn close to the living situation and all that.
You could also classify as a punksploitation film.
Ooh yeah, punksploitation. That's a good way of looking at it for sure.
Well, and she probably most of the background people they probably just went around a show and hey, who wants to have a free show, see these bands and being a part of a movie.
I mean, the majority of the people that were the cast of this movie, they were just local punks. They have no acting chops, nothing. It was just it.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's kind of like how they did SLC Punk and SLC Punk 2, to where they threw a show.
There's no such thing as SLC Punk 2. There's no such thing. It never was made. They never made it. They never made it. They never made it. They never made it.
I think Cody's in denial.
They never made it.
I think that's what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
Cody's
fucking wish
just in
they never
denial
made it.
about that one.
Well,
Fuck that movie.
With so almost every single one of the songs that we're gonna play is gonna be from the band actually playing in the movie. But that first one that brought us in was Richard Hung Himself by D.I. And good fucking song. I like D.I.
Oh yeah.
I did get a chance to see him, but it's just so weird seeing how young everybody is in this.
Yeah.
Especially Flea.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, he's a little baby in this. He's probably in his early 20s, I would think.
Yeah, maybe.
Usually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. All right, well, let's get into DI. Come back and talk about this movie.
Play a little DI and then come back to the movie.
Oh yeah. All right, so that was D.I.
Richard Hung
playing
himself.
Richard Hung himself off of the album, the Suburbia album list.
Yeah.
That did that weird. Was that not weird? That was really
That
weird.
sounded a little odd. It sounded like you didn't know where you were going with
The
that
movie
one.
track list. There you go. The movie track
The
list.
The
soundtrack.
soundtrack. There you
And
go.
for those of you who want to know, it is off their Team Goon album from 1987.
Perfect.
So that was I'm sure that I think that was their full length or whatnot, because it definitely happened after the movie was made.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Penelope
Good 3
Spheres
years.
is like a wizard or something. It's just
got him from the
Manipulating.
manipulating time and taking bands like, hey, I really like this song you wrote 3 years ago. 3
I
years
really
in the
like this
future.
song you're gonna have on an album in 4 years. Can you play this in my movie?
Yeah, I'm going to use this on my movie right now. So speaking of which, to get into the movie is basically about, this dude, Evan. He's got this terrible life at home. His mom's like an alcoholic, right?
Sucks.
Yeah, his mom really sucks.
And he decides to run away.
Yep.
And he finds the rejected, like the kids, the pug kids in this like squatter's flat down in what, California? What it was?
Yeah, it's outside of it's L.A. The Southern California, Los Angeles area.
L.A.
Yeah, the TR house, which it doesn't actually describe what TR means.
The rejects.
Yeah. He doesn't actually
I know, but-
out and say that.
No. What's her face? Sheila or whatever she goes stands for the rejected.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, she did.
I thought she
It
just
means-
said it. I thought she just said it stands for rejected. I didn't hear
Well-
the
She does say it stands for rejected, but if you put that's what the R, so that the T would be the.
or it could be total, or another T word.
Total rejects, yeah. Totally
Yeah.
rejected.
I mean, you don't want to
According
forget
to
that
IMDb,
first scene,
it
though.
is the rejected.
Oh, yeah.
The
Well,
very, very first scene, the dog attack scene, was
my
like
God.
cinematic history in a making.
That one was.
Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. That was the best part of the movie.
We
for me.
all laughed a little too hard at that one.
We won't give it away on what exactly happens, but there is a dog attack scene.
Yeah,
and
and
it's
it's like
the best.
within the first couple minutes of the movie, and
It's so
it
good.
just it's. I mean, this is an independent movie from the early '80s, so the acting is non-existent. The budget is non-existent.
yeah, like
So-
$500,000 budget.
Yeah, so everything is just cheesy. It's cheap, but it worked. And especially with that first scene there, it's
I'm betting
I
she-
laughed too hard.
I'm betting she
Yeah,
paid
oh my
the
God.
bands and beer.
Probably a lot of them, yeah. Just
Yeah.
like, I don't fucking care about money. Just like give me lifted for a bit. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me drunk and give me some food and a place to stay, and we got this.
I gotta say, yeah, that really does pull you in right away. But this one,
yeah.
it is a little bit of a slow burn once you like start getting through it. you know?
Yeah,
Really.
And that's the thing. Like, it's only an hour and a half, and it does actually move by at a fairly steady pace. But this pace is kind of just slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like that hour and a half. It kind of feels like it's 2.5 hours. But we didn't sit there and watch the extended edition of Lord of the Rings or anything.
Oh no,
So
no, like no one would ever do that, would they?
Ever.
no, nobody was.
I've never done
Never
that.
do
Watch the
that.
entirety Lord of the Rings extended edition in
Yeah.
one sitting, would they, Natalie?
No, we've never. Natalie and I have never sat down for 12 hours and done that.
No.
I'm pretty sure you've never sat down and watched the Hobbit extended with the Lord of the Rings extended with her. I'm pretty sure that's never happened.
Nope.
Well, and so like this movie, like going on, it's just kind of shows. I feel like it's every like young punk rocker's wet dream
Yeah,
of like a house situation to where there's no fucking parents and no rules. All you got to do is get branded. You got to get branded.
yep.
But there's no parents, no rules.
It's finding family amongst, the others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just having the best time that you can while you're a young adult, like just running
Yeah.
around.
Really not giving a fuck, and
Oh yeah, not at all.
and just destroying the world just as it's destroyed you at your young age. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, you got that whole sour outlook on the rest of the world.
Yep. Well, that's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
poetry.
Yeah.
Poetry in the making, bro.
All right, well, man, let's hit up that TSOL Wash Away, right?
I believe it was Wash
Yeah,
Away.
it was Wash Away that was first.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Rock out some TSOL.
And that was Wash Away from TSOL, which it means, stands for.
True Sounds of Liberty.
which we actually finally got off our ass and looked that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's off their Beneath the Shadows record.
Oh man, I'm getting caught up in this mic here. Sorry. Well, you know the fact that she basically got like Spheres got three punk bands to have this whole the whole track list for this entire movie is pretty cool. And the way she incorporated them in the movie was really cool too. You have live performances that are like being worked in with the plot and of the movie.
Yeah. Well, and also as well, like she did really well because we all know that was probably shot. All the scenes at the show were probably shot in one night.
Oh yeah,
like they're not going to have 3 separate fucking shows, but just how she did it to make it look like there were separate nights and whatnot.
She did a really good job with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And yeah, and the thing is, man, like this is Penelope Spheris, dude. This is the lady that did all the fall of Western civilizations.
The decline of Western
Decline of Western
Decline-
Civilization,
yeah, sorry,
1, 2, 3.
And then Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Gem
Yeah,
of a
Wayne's
fucking
World.
movie. I fucking love that movie.
Black
yeah, Little
Sheep,
Rascals.
Yeah.
Little Rascals, Beverly Hillbillies, and then I was looking up. There's another one. She does another movie with that has Flea in it as well, playing a punk called Dudes.
Oh,
Dudes, really?
Yeah, and
dude.
it's got John
Dude.
Cryer in it. But I watched the trailer for that. I was like, all right, this one might actually be pretty fun to watch sometime. We'll have to watch
Yeah,
it.
hell yeah.
Yeah. So
And I wanted to applaud her on like showing the different types of punks in the subgenre and what like in the genre. All the different subgenres. You got Skinner, who's the Skin. You got like every little aspect. You got like because when TSOL plays, it shows like how he's dressed. It's more of like the goth
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
type.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
you get like your basic mohawk, and then you get every little sort in there.
Yeah, I mean, you really do. You just get these kids that hang out at like punk venues and stuff that are just like straight poor, that aren't exactly like into the scene or anything. You see those dudes just with a fucking gray shirt and fucking pants on, and then you have these like peacocked ass punks, where they're like dyeing their hairs all different colors and fucking putting up like tri-hawks and like studding out the vest, and you really do see the entirety of like the punk rock scene coming together especially at these shows.
Yeah.
And I mean the way she films the shows and just really the whole movie is fantastic. It's gritty. It's like it's not polished or anything. Obviously,
Yeah.
Like $500,000.
No.
It can't be too polished, especially
Yeah.
especially in the '80s. But like the way she like films the show scenes and stuff, it is like it's right there. Like you're sweating with everybody and just like fucking raging.
Yeah, I will say that first show, the scene where they rip that girl's clothes off and whatnot, that went on a little bit too long.
yeah,
Yeah.
That was
I was just
stretched
sitting
out
there
a
like-
I was like, are you
little.
gonna stop this anytime soon?
Yeah.
It's like, is this a Gigi Allen show? What's going
Yeah.
on?
Hey, well, we'll continue the music if you give her her clothes back. Come on, guys, just give her her clothes back.
Oh man, that went on pretty long, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like sitting here, I'm like, this is kind of
It
awkward.
gets
Like,
a little uncomfortable. It's
Like-
like, okay, if it happened
See-
real quick and it was done and over with, fine. But they just kept going and
Yeah.
going and going. It's
like
just
you would think at some point someone would have
stepped in.
But I mean, like back in the day, that's how pretty gnarly the scene was. It was fucking, it was dirty. It was like hardcore and fucking, shit like that would actually happen.
Yeah. It was because it was kids that they had more reason to be pissed off or whatnot, or just like it was new and they just wanted to prove themselves and like just be the most punk rock person you could ever be, and one-upping everybody
Yeah.
Yeah.
with stupid shit. And
And they showed that well too with those little shitheads that tried to like jump them.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, jump him.
Oh yeah, after one of the was after the
Second show.
Yeah, the TSOL show.
Yes.
And that one, Skinner's walking away, and you know, two guys try to jump him, and then they end up getting their asses kicked.
Yeah.
Because
But then they even follow him to the next show.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's the same show. They went back to the
Oh
show.
yeah, huh?
yeah,
They went back to the show to follow him, and then stabbed a security guy because he last second got in front of
yeah, he got in front of
Joe.
it.
Yeah.
I smoked so much weed I thought it was 2 separate shows.
Hey, fair.
Well, I mean, well, yeah, the TSO show was supposed to be just one show.
Speaking of which, we want to hop into our second
That would
TSOL.
be the other song that they played
Yeah.
Yeah.
for their show, right here. It's called "Darker My Love."
That one was fun.
Yeah,
I liked
yeah.
that
Yeah.
song.
So. Anyway, welcome back. That was Darker My Love by TSOL. So we were trying to find what album this was on, but it looks like it was done specifically for this movie.
We might be wrong. There could be like an LP out there or whatnot.
But
There's like a little 7-inch. But Spotify.
But it looks like they still play it even at shows. Still plays the song, but yeah.
Well, and so we had to substitute it with another song since it with Superficial Love because Darker My Love is not actually on Spotify.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a bummer.
We're just going to pick one. And one of the lines in the end of Superficial Love does talk about bashing on Reagan, which at the time even though it was released in 91, you know, it fits for the movie being in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the
Absolutely.
early 80s, that would have been the Reagan-Bush era.
I mean, with the kids like sitting around the fire almost every night, just talking about how they're probably just gonna get blown away and fucking nuclear
Yeah, I do love
holocaust.
he goes, man, by 2000, it's just going to be one chemical wasteland.
Yeah.
I was like,
No.
close.
All these memes are just gonna be bumping into each other.
Close.
I mean, it's getting there, man.
Very much so.
So yeah, I mean, I don't think Skinner was off too far.
No, not at all. I mean, and I think, Cody, I was talking to you. It's funny. I just saw, like, watching this movie, it's kind of like SLC Punk, to where you can definitely tell that some kids took this movie too seriously. They're like, I got to act exactly like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or else I am not. If you don't act like that, you're not punk. And it's like,
I'm going to get a TR tattoo. Show that I am.
yeah, I also said earlier before we watched this, there's a lot of people that I know that have TR tattoos because, I mean, it was like a huge movie. Like, it's inspirational
Definitely a
movie.
cult classic.
It's got a cult following.
For sure.
But
For shizzle.
it's also one of those where it's like, I feel like in my personal opinion, teaching some of the bad, like the worst parts of, you know, what punk rock is or what people think punk rock is,
Yeah.
of being like a little shithead. Yeah, you can be a shithead just as long as you're not fucking like actually fucking like doing damage to people, unless, you know, there's
Oh, I mean, like molesting people at shows. That's
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
a good.
that.
fucking-
No, that's,
Something like
that doesn't look good on anybody.
No.
No, but I mean, you know, it's all about like it's also really supposed to just show that idea, like
Yeah, it's a movie.
rebellion, not having like anybody to fucking answer to and all that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I do agree that I think some people just take that way too far.
Yeah, and they forget it's a movie.
Yeah,
It's not like
Way of life.
it's not a
Yeah.
fucking manual. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, it's not the guidebook for life or anything. It's just a fucking work of fiction.
And what a fucking work of fiction it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, this is the first time I got to watch it when I sat down with you guys, and I fucking enjoyed the shit out of it.
Same.
I mean, albeit being like kind of slow at times, and I mean, the dialogue was interesting to say the least.
This was a movie that was never going to win any awards.
No.
It did win one award. I know that. I saw that. I don't know what it won, but it won something. So.
Won something. Won it for its personality.
Yeah, for its all-star
It won the
personality.
personality award.
It is the best personality of the. Of
I
these
really
movies.
like your personality.
Right. Oh, that was a great. That's a great scene.
I will say.
It won the Silver Hugo for best first feature film.
Wow. Okay, so that
Oh,
means.
Penelope Spheres got an award this best first feature film.
All right.
That's what it
Well,
I
hell
appreciate
yeah.
that. That's good.
Fuck yeah. And also, if you're into that
She
kind
has
of
a
thing,
really nice personality.
yeah,
Yeah, she does.
there are a lot of boobies in this. Lots of boobies.
Oh yeah.
So many boobies, really nice boobies too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'll give you that. They were some fine tatas.
Yeah, it was in a day when like the breast enhancement surgery wasn't such a thing.
Right.
Like, those were
Yeah.
like true, honest to God, good knockers.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Well, let's knock them around with another jam. I think we're going the Legend of Pat Brown from Vandals right now, right?
Believe that
Yeah.
would be next on the track list.
I believe so.
I do believe so, sir.
I do declare, Mr. Beauregard.
That was the Legend of Pat Brown by the Vandals.
By the Vandals.
Fucking Vandals, dude. Such a good band.
For real. I mean,
Yeah. No, and God, I would love to see him. Do believe I'm going to be seeing him sometime soon.
Vandals?
Yep.
Some what was it?
In November.
Years ago? I think it was Punk and Drublick, or it was Boston to Berkeley.
It
One of the
was,
two.
no, it was the not Punk and
Punk in the Park.
Yeah, it was Punk in the Park.
at Sculpture.
Punk
Yeah.
in public.
Punk in public.
Punk the Park.
Well, shit, man. All right. Well, like we got pretty far on. The Suburbia is a pretty quick movie.
Yeah, and there's not like
There's not much
a
to it.
whole lot to say about it. It's a bunch of punk kids in a house. Society's telling them they can't do it, and they do it anyways.
So let me ask you guys this: is it worth a watch?
I think so. If you're a movie lover, it's a good one to watch.
Punk
Especially if
music
you like,
too?
independent,
Yeah,
B flicks, stuff like that.
yeah, definitely.
Actually looking at the trivia about it on IMDb right now, and turns out the most expensive scene in the film was where Razzle shoots the cockroach off the ceiling.
Oh
It's
shit!
the most expensive scene in the film, and it cost $50.
Huh?
The cockroach was
Wow.
specially trained and had its own handler.
Oh,
A cockroach.
I
Yeah,
forgot
trained
they're smart
cockroach.
creatures.
yeah.
Wow.
You can train them.
Yeah.
All right, so let's give it a rating 5 out of
of
5, and give me your best scenes. Nat, go first.
I would have to say I would give it about 3.5 just because I have ADHD and I was very distracted easily throughout the whole thing because it moves slow.
Oh yeah,
But it's definitely worth a watch. But my favorite scene is when they break into the mall and bring the sod in.
yeah.
That was good. And
I was like,
Yeah.
dude, that is some shit that I would have loved to be able to do way back in the day.
For real.
Yeah.
You know? So,
What do you say there, Graham?
Definitely because of the pace. And I mean, going into it the first time around, I was like, I'm not expecting the acting to be great, and it really isn't. It's just very dry and bland. So, but overall story, it got the point across of wanting it doesn't go too much in the backstory of other characters. You get backstory of like maybe 4 characters, and
Right.
even then they gloss over it. But the fact that it shows, that these kids all found one another through the scene, and they started living together and making their own family. So the story there is good. It definitely worth a watch if you've never seen it. It is interesting to say the least.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But out of 5, I'll give it a good 4.
4. Okay.
3.75 to a 4.
Okay.
All right.
What was your favorite scene?
Oh shit. Weirdly, damn, I really can't think of like spot on like one favorite. I do kind of like the part where Skinner, Jack, and Evan are going around and like just trolling through the burbs and finding the open garages and go,
Oh, yeah.
sweet free food, let's raid this. Like that was kind of good. The SoCal hillbillies or rednecks, they can go fuck themselves for what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really didn't actually have like a favorite scene out of the movie.
Right.
Because to me, it all just kind of blended and moved, and just the way it was shot and the way it was written and everything just all kind of moved together as one.
Right.
So hard to pick out one solid one.
All right. All right. What do you think there, Jeff?
So I'm with Natalie on the 3.5 because I mean, for me it's one of those. It's a good watch. I like it, but it's not something I'm going to put on all the time. I need to want to watch this movie to actually like put it on.
You want to be a cowboy?
Yeah,
Oh, you want to be?
I want to be a cowboy. And I think actually my favorite scene is when Razzle's sitting there with his rat and he just stuffs his rat inside of his mouth.
Oh yeah.
When
Chilling with the rat and then just goes, oh.
when a homegirl, it was cut over. It showed everybody, doing different things in the house.
They're
like,
reading the.
she's reading Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there with his rat and he just goes, oh.
My God.
It's just one of those scenes where I'm just like, what the fuck is Flea doing? All right, cool. It, from the first time I saw it to every single time I see it now, it makes me fucking chuckle.
Oh, and by the way, in the movie, he went by the name. His credited name is Mike B. the Flea.
Yeah.
Mike B. the Flea.
Or Razzle.
Hey, man, my name's Razzle.
That might be my favorite scene is when the kid fucks up and calls him Flea instead of Razzle.
Actually, straight up goes, "Hey, Flea, where's the house?" It's like,
And
"Where's
it's
the
like-
house at Flea?"
It's like a 30 to 45 second delay. Like, wait, man, my
Hey,
name's
man,
Razzle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably give it a 3.5 too. A lot with like what you guys said. I mean, the rewatchability. I think I'll definitely have to be in the mood for it just because of its pacing, and just really how it, like the movie as its whole. So I'd have to go 3.5.
Oh yeah.
Respectable score.
Yeah.
It's not bad,
No,
I mean,
it's
no
not
matter what,
bad.
it's a
Not
good
bad,
movie to
no.
watch. It's a good one to have in your back pocket.
especially
Yeah.
for like Graham said, like an 80s like B movie, like indie movie.
Yeah. It's perfect.
And for like a first time writer and director, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, she went on to do some really good stuff too after that. So.
Oh hell yeah.
But yeah, no. Also, so in the movie, Jack's talking about the house where it's located and whatnot. It was bought up by the county, shit like that. It was actually true. That entire neighborhood was bought up by the county. They were going to build a freeway, rip all that out, build a freeway to go to LAX.
Oh shit.
And the fun thing is, I think it's the I think it said it was like the 105. Didn't get finished until like late 94, early 95. And the scene in Speed where the bus jumps off the highway is that neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
looking up the trivia on this. So,
Oh, that's a sweet little nugget to take on the road.
yeah.
Right.
Well, shit, man. I think we've covered all our bases here.
Yeah. Short movie. Good
Oh, yeah.
movie.
Short
Good movie, good movie. And, you know, the guy who plays Joe Schmo is the bass player for U.S. Bombs. Like, he went on to do that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
In the house that the kids all live in, there's this spray tag that says "Fear," and this was at the same time
I
that
saw
Flea
that.
was playing
With
in
Fear.
Fear.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So
Well, goddamn, boys and girls, another one in the bag.
we're gonna finish this off with another Vandals, right?
Yeah. Urban Struggle.
Hell yeah, and don't you all ever forget to be live.
Loud.
And Idiotic.
And sometimes stoned.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
sometimes stoned.
Why not? Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat
You
yourself.
deserve it. You
All right,
deserve it.
motherfuckers. We out.
All
Later.
right.